Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Love that you keep on coming back to my channel to watch what I'm up to on this space. Today we'll be talking about the movie directed by Omoni Oboli. It's called Love in Every Word. Called to the first part, and I'll be talking about the things I liked about this movie and what I didn't like about the movie. Of course, it's on YouTube, so I'm going to be dropping spoilers, talking about scenes I liked and what I didn't like. So, in case you have not seen the movie and you want to see it, it is currently on YouTube. I mean, if you haven't even seen it, I'll be very surprised. I want to think that you've heard of it, but you've just not decided to see the movie. If you're a Nigerian and if you're an active user of the Nollywood section of YouTube, right? So, yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video itself. We had the two main characters from the previous part. Uzor Arukwe playing the character of Obiora Odogu, and we had Bambam playing the character of Chioma Achalugo. Part was majorly on them trying to plan their wedding, the e-cops, the roadblocks, the things that came as an obstacle to their love story becoming complete and them starting like a new chapter as a married couple. We saw that the issue of, Bam Bam being potentially being a bastard or not knowing a father or not having like a father figure in her life was like a roadblock. And Obiora's mom, character played by the veteran patient Ozokwo, she kicked against it, and that kind of caused like a delay or like a separation between the couple. In terms of what I liked about this movie, I first of all I liked Chioma's friend. I liked Chioma's friend's obsession with our love story or our relationship with Obiora. I remember when it felt like things had ended between them, how she was crying and wailing. I think someone had passed. You would think Obiora had passed on, or Chioma had passed on, or a very important person for the event had passed. Even though it might not be like a serious thing for me to talk about. I mean, if you're a if you're a girl's girl and you have friends that are overly excited about things happening in your life, romantically, career wise, financially, or anything of that sort, you will just be able to connect to how they can be very extra. Like, especially when they are genuinely so happy for you, like they're always very extra about your matter. So I liked that about the friend's character. I liked that, in the first, because in the first part, Achalugo's business, Choma's business was one of like the major storylines that we got in that movie. That was one of the areas in Choma's life that he really, really showed up and showed out for her very well in terms of like supporting her and all of those things. And I remember that it was like a talking point for part one. Some of these men don't, initially when they have money, they don't necessarily want you to go out there and make money for yourself. They feel like they have more than enough to cater for you. And it might not even be from a place of limiting you sometimes. It might just feel from a place of them wanting to just spoil you and just take care of you and want you to be solely dependent on them and just want you to not stress and just be their wife and have a soft, easy life. And so because of that, me making reference to that, I'm making reference to that to say that I liked how they didn't completely write off Achalugo's business in part two. We saw that she had like a whole perfume line launch. She had like, there was a whole contract thing going on in the mix as well. And I liked that they involved that in this story because I'm one that roots for women having their own thing despite what their partner has. And because it was like a big call, we saw Chioma. One of the things that really attracted me to the character Chioma in part one was the fact that she was so business oriented. She was so business centered. She really wanted her own business, her own thing. She wasn't going to back off. We saw what she went through with her previous boss and how Odogu came in and saved the day. And now she was like hammering on how she wants her business. She wants to do that, and he even supporting her. So I liked that in part two, we didn't just see her relax and completely just talk about the business in like passing or something, but we saw that okay, this business is still a very much active part of Chioma's life. And she's been a baby girl, yes, but she's been a boss lady, she's been a career woman, and I found that really attractive about her in this second part too. And I appreciated that they retained that part of her story because it was like a core part of her from part one. This is like a very petty like of mine, but I'll say it regardless. I liked Lolo, that's the veteran patient Ozokwo. Her character was called Lolo. I liked her verdict on Adaku's character. I think Adaku, I can't remember Adaku's character's name, but she was the major cause of like the hiccup in Obiora's marriage plans, Obiora and Choma's marriage plan. I feel like even if she hadn't done what she did, they might have gotten married easily, but in the marriage, Obiora and Choma would have had to deal with Obiora's mom not completely not liking Achalugo and all of those things. So I feel like Adaku's character even made it easier for them, but maybe it made it faster for them, but not easy for them. Do you get me? So I like the verdict of Lolo towards Adaku's character when they pasted a picture outside the event center and the bouncers bounced her off the event location and they were like, they don't want to see her there. She's not invited. She's not allowed to go in. I'm like, very good for her. I like that they didn't forget that in the third act of the film, and they made sure to bring that back for us. For a petty person like myself, I liked that they did that. Now, on to the things I didn't like about this movie: the fact that it was 3 hours long. I had a friend reach out to me, and she was like, 3 hours long, and I'm like, yeah. I didn't. I mean, I'm just reviewing this movie now because I just saw it towards the end of October. It's been out since mid October thereabout, but I didn't see it because it was 3 hours long. And yo, that's it. That's you can watch two movies with those 3 hours. It was just long, and when I eventually saw the movie, I didn't see the actual need for the movie to be that long. The story, yeah, there was a story there. There was yeah, there was a story there, but I didn't see the need for it to have been stretched out to be 3 hours long. I honestly didn't see the need. If it was a 1 hour, 30 minutes film, it would have delivered still. It would have still done the job that it did. Now, if it was a 2 hours film, we would have understood everything we saw, we would have seen virtually everything we saw from this scene too. Yeah, I just didn't see the need for the movie to be that long. Secondly, the dialogue was in this part, it was underwhelming, if I'm being very honest. This is just my opinion. Please, you can politely leave your opinion in the comment section. You're very much welcome. Politely, emphasis on that. But the dialogue in this part was underwhelming. It was like they kept repeating certain words. Oh, Dogo, please, Achalugo. Like, I get that it's not like a catchphrase or it's not like a sensational phrase. Or how do I put it? It's not like a phrase that is being used a lot. I mean, from the success of part one, it's a phrase that is being referred to a lot and all that. But they now over milked it in this part, and I was just struggling to see it to flow with it naturally. It just felt like they were reading out lines. The dialogue didn't do it for me as much. Also, the wedding scene at the third act where they were having their marriage ceremony. I get that it's a traditional marriage ceremony, but for a billionaire like Obiora, like Odogu Parara, the decor was not decoring, the aesthetics were not aesthetics in Abia, will I say, it was not giving what it should give. I can't even remember what their outfit was like. I get that there's like a custom outfit they would always wear, but I know that when the rich Igbos want to do it, they will do it to a T. That you say, if you go see the fabric, you will know that this fabric is the fabric of a billionaire. So there was just a lot. It just felt like little or no attention was really given to the end of the movie, and it shouldn't have been so because that's like the actual core part of this second part, the wedding. The wedding that was like the main focus of this second part. Everything leading up onto the wedding. So we went through that, and then the actual wedding was just. I get that they brought in performances, stars. To be honest, I skipped the most part of the wedding scene. Maybe that's why I can't remember what the outfit looks like. Yeah. Lastly, for me, the acting from I also didn't enjoy the acting from the veteran patient Ozoko. I don't know, it was just very chilled, very easy, very breezy for a character of someone that was trying to kick against the union between two lovers that are head over heels in love with each other. I don't know, maybe because you're used to seeing her play the wicked, the very intense, vicious characters. Maybe that was why I didn't really enjoy her play the character that she played here. It just felt like, at a point, it even felt like she was reading her lines, like she was just repeating her lines. And of course, she's a great actor, like undisputed. So I really didn't understand why I was feeling that way. And when I saw a few conversations online around that, so I'm like, okay, I wasn't the only one feeling that way, but why was it so? Is it because she's playing a character that was written to be subtle, but yet still very bent on pushing our own agenda and getting our own agenda done. I don't know, but like in overall, the movie love in every word. The sequel, I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed part one. I I even when I saw the announcement for part two, I was like, do we need a part two? Sometimes I feel like the best thing is to leave audience wanting more, other than giving them more than what they need, and they are feeling very overfed and all of those things. But yeah, it's will I say I wouldn't say the part two was for me. I thoroughly enjoyed the part one. I liked the excitement that came with it. It was fresh, it was new. But I don't know what happened with part two. I definitely wasn't the target audience for part two. And in terms of the ad placement, see, if I start, I don't even want this video to be too long, so I don't even want to delve into that too much. I don't know if it was as a result of the fact that they had a lot of brands to showcase in the movie. That was why it felt like they were overlapping and they weren't properly done. The brand placements weren't properly done. Some were done nicely, like the ones that were done like in the offices, the resorts, and all that. They were done well, but there were some that were just like, oh my god, we've not mentioned this brand. Let's just do this. Or no, this brand. Let's just this brand. But yeah, I wouldn't say much on the brand, the product placement in this film. Overall, like I already said, it wasn't my cup of tea. I enjoyed the part one more than I did the part two. If you enjoyed the part two, it's very much understandable. Let me know what you thought about the movie. Do you think it was a success? Do you think it wasn't? If I'm to rate the part two over five, if I'm being honest, I'll be rating it a 2.5 over 5. Yeah. Leave your comments in the comment section. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you're here too, I'll love to see you in my next review. But until then, make sure to remain happy because you owe it to yourself. Bye, guys.